Hi, this is Numeric Citizen. In today's video, I want to talk about Micro.blog plugins. For Micro.blog, plugins are a bit like plugins on WordPress. So it's a way for Micro.blog to add more features to your website. So what you see right now is my Micro.blog, and there's a bunch of pages at the top here that you see. Those pages, some of the page over there are coming by the use of a specific plugins that I install in my microblog setup. Because usually when you set up a new blog with microblog, the website is much more simpler than what you saw before. You will get a few pages and that's about it. So if you want to add more features, then you will be using plugins. Add the plugins to your microblog setup. What you'll do is you'll log into your microblog account, and then on the left sidebar here, you'll see there's a plugin section where you just click on it, and what you will be showing, what it will be shown on the screen is the list of currently installed plugins. This is the plugins, by the way, which are for the default blog here, but you can have a test blog on Microblog, and then you can test different plugins on a specific test environment if you want. So what I'll do is I'll review all the plugins that I'm currently using and why I'm using them, and I'll probably also make some changes because there's a few things that needs to be changed. The first plugin that you will have in your environment is the actual plugin that will set the visual theme of your website. So this is the default website theme website, which is Marfa theme, and this is installed by having this plugin installed, and there is no configuration to do for this plugin. And also you'll see the actual version number right now. The next one is the Twitter cards. As you probably know, I'm no longer using Twitter, and this plugin was used in order to be able to have a nice formatting of the content that is being cross-posted to Twitter, so that you have the best way to display your blog posts in a nice preview on Twitter. But I'm no longer using Twitter, and for this reason, I will be just uninstalling this plugin by clicking the uninstall button here. So it's pretty easy to do, and as you can see at the bottom right here, if there is some visual change that needs to be applied to your blog or website, the microblog engine will kind of adjust the website accordingly. And this is sometimes why when you change a few things using plugins, your website might be displayed in weird ways. So don't worry about that. Just let the microblog engine render the static website so that everything will be fine after a few moments. The other plugin that I'm using is the Open Graph card. This is a few things that are being added to a blog post so that when you share a specific blog post within iMessage, iMessage will be looking for certain tags. This is my understanding, so that it can display the blog post in a nice preview. So a nice preview card. So this is the plugin that does that here. The other one is a navigation plugin, which will create a page with all the page of your blog. I'm not actually publishing the page where you'll see all the list of the pages on my website, because if I go here, there is no page defined as a /pages, which is the plugin that this is the page that this plugin will generate. So I decided to remove it. But I'm going to show you how we upgrade the one plugin, and it's very similar to what we have on WordPress. So you just see that here there's a version available that is 1.08, and the one that I'm currently using is 1.06. So I'm going to upgrade this plugin. And as you can see at the top here, there's a status message, a status banner that says it will take a moment to install the plugin and make the adjustment accordingly. So that was for this navigation list plugin. The next plugin is the search page. So if I go on my website, there is a search here that I can click on that. And if I enter Apple here, it will display this search. This is the basic search from that comes with Micro.blog. And by just recording this session, I'm just finding there is two search pages. So I'll use the one that is actually becoming active by adding the search page plugin. So when I'm coming here, you'll see that the search is quite different, and it says there is the number of posts that I have on my Micro.blog. So if I do the same search, you'll see that you have a list of posts that are available for me, and then this is the how many pages are containing the actual Apple word. So again, there is two different search page, and the one that comes with the last one that you just saw is by installing this specific search page plugin. The next one is to add a stats page on your website, which is here. So if I click on that, it will generate this statistic page. And I find this to be interesting to expose that to my visitors so they can see how active I am on Micro.blog and how many posts I have, and the cloud category cloud, if I might say. And so it gives you an overview how I'm active on that on Micro.blog. So this is for the post stat plugin. The surprise me is interesting, and I decided to add that because I use it for my own blog. So what it is there is a page on top here where I click on that, and it will bring me a random page out of my 4,000 page that I have published since the beginning. And so this one comes in July 26th of 2021. It was right in the middle of the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic. And this is something that I posted at that time. If somebody see that page and they want to reply and go to the website, they can hit the link that I add here on my blog post. So the next plugin after Surprise Me is the Plausible Analytics. So I decided a few years ago to get out of the Google Analytics business, and I decided to use an open source solution, which is Plausible. It's not free. I'm paying for that service, but it's pretty cheap. And someone made a plugin, which is Lucas here. And by the way, all the plugins are open source and are available and documented on the GitHub website. So Plausible will allow me to add the necessary plumbing behind my website in order to be able to feed my Google Analytics. No, not my Google Analytics, but my Plausible Analytics. So if I go on my analytics for the Micro.blog, this is what you can see. And if you pay attention to what I'm posting online, you'll be able to find this page. It's public. I don't have anything to hide. So this is the Plausible Analytics that are available with this plugin. The other one is the Micro.blog Feeds plugin, which allows me to add a page on my main page here, and you click on the feeds page here, and you'll see all the feeds that are available from this blog, including the one that will bring all the posts. And if you want to subscribe to a specific subject that I'm talking about, like say if you want to follow me, my post about photography or about food for thought, where I'm posting more amusing, so you can just select a specific RSS feed, and those feeds are generated and maintained by this plugin here. The other one is the photos page, which will bring this photos page here, and it will display what you're going to see. This is a Mansory display style where you see all the photos that I have uploaded since a while. So you see it's pretty random. So again, if I go there, and this is what this photos plugin will do on your website, you'll see that some plugins have settings. So if I click on that one for the Mansory page, it allows me to set the type of display I want to use for those photos. And if I want to include a specific picture instead of all the pictures. So this is the two parameters that we can set for this specific plugin. The next one is the conversation on Micro.blog. So if someone goes on my website here, and let's say they see this post and they click on this and the link, this is the actual blog post, but there is a little comment on Micro.blog so that someone, if he is logged in, will be able to just reply directly from their Micro.blog account using the reply button here. So it's pretty handy for people that are using Micro.blog themselves. The search page, this is the one that I talked about earlier. There's the one which comes with a basic Micro.blog, but there's a more complex one that is a more featured-wise one, which is this one here. I could decide maybe to remove the one that is pretty simple just by hitting the uninstall, and it will just simply remove and regenerate the part of my website to remove that page. The last one is a special one. It's a brand new one, which will add the necessary page with a specific special code to display your Twitter archive if this is something that you have on your hand. If you want to import this Twitter file that you can download if you are planning to leave Twitter and you want to just download your archive, you have to know that you can import that into your Micro.blog, and it will generate a specific page where you can see all your tweets from the beginning of your Twitter journey. And this is something that I did as soon as it became available. If I go on my website here, just select the page here like that. No, that's not the right place. Let's go back to this and let me show you blog here. So here, this is the Twitter archive that I decided to add to my website, and instead of just writing the tweets, I chose to rename the page. So if you click on that, you'll be able to see all my my tweets. And this is the last one that I actually posted manually just before Christmas. That's funny. So this is this plugin that you can use if you have, again, your Twitter archive. You saw how to manage your plugins, but if you want to add more of them, you can go in your Micro.blog account and then again hit this Find Plugins button here, and you'll see the list of all the plugins that are available to you, and so you can have them displayed based on what they do. There is only two categories: the themes plugin, which will actually set the visual theme of your website, And the other one is the one that are related to photos. And like I showed you a bit earlier, this is the one that I'm currently using in this plugin category. The thing I would like to see though is there's a button here, it's called installed, but it's already installed. So I wish the list would display the actual status of the plugin installation. So if it's not installed, then let this list display installed. But if it's already installed, just have maybe a remove button or an install button. So to make it in line with the current state of your plugins. Again, if I go there, so you can browse by yourself which plugins you want to install. There is one here which is the paginates setting. So instead of displaying your website as an infinite web page, you can maybe decide to have this list of posts to be paginated. So maybe there's a few blog posts that are the most recent blog posts are displayed on the first page, and then as you go down there will be a next page that you will be able to select in order to be to see older posts. What I'm going to do right now is that, as you know, there is a way for a microblog user to have a bookmarks archive where when you are reading posts on your microblog timeline, or when you are browsing the web in general, you might wish to save a bookmark in your microblog bookmarks archive. And you can decide to make this list available publicly to your visitors. And as you can see here in my list of page, there is no page with the bookmarks name in it. So there's no way for a user to see my bookmarks archive. So what I'll be doing right now is that I'll go in the plugins section again. I'll find the plugins that I want to install, which is the bookmarks. The bookmarks here, share your bookmarks with the world. So I click installed. And then after a while, I'll maybe look at the list if the plugin, oh, it's already there. So it's according to the version number, it's something that is being developed as we speak. And there is no setting for this specific plugin. So my guess is that after a few minutes, or maybe it's already there, I can go and this my blog and then hit the refresh button so that I can have the bookmarks. So it's not there. I'll go back in the settings and go in the page, and there is no again. So what I can do is go back on the plugins, go on the bookmarks shortcut, and I'll click on the link to go on the GitHub and maybe learn how to actually use this plugin. So like they say, read the manual. So what I have to do is find the plugin, choose the site on which you want to install the plugin. Of course, because as I said earlier, you have two sites on Microblog. There's the main one, and there's one which is the test site. You press the install button, and congratulations, the plugin is now installed. Create a page for your bookmarks. So do you have a page already? Skip to 4. Yes, add this shortcut where you want in your bookmark to show up. Oh, now I understand. So I can copy that here where you want your bookmarks to. So what I can do is go in on my page and maybe click on this page, which is a kind of a summary of about me, and I can paste the shortcut here, click update, and then eventually the page will be updated, and when I'll be visiting that, I'll be able to see the list of bookmarks. So thank you for watching. That's it for this video, the 5th edition of the Understanding Micro.blog series. As you can see, there was an issue with my audio on the last portion of the my previous recording, so it's another day. So thank you again for watching this 5th episode, and see you guys for another one. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you don't miss any upcoming videos. And thank you again for listening until the very end, and see you guys for another one soon. Bye. Peace.